Good morning, beautiful people. I don't know if I think that we should give you guys, I've been watching a lot of like family YouTube vlogs, and I think we should give you guys a name. Like, I don't want to keep referring to you as hi, beautiful people, or hi, I don't know, whoever. So maybe, I haven't even talked to Kurt about this, but we'll see how he feels. Maybe we should call you guys the graham crackers. The graham cracker family. No? What do you think? Anyway, I figured I'd do a little chit chat video. Ava got invited to a birthday party. Yes, Ava got invited to a birthday party at her daycare, or from her daycare. So we're gonna go ahead and go there, and I'm running late because I still have to do her hair. She's at my parents' house. So I figured let me do my makeup with you guys. I'm gonna try to make it quick. I'm not doing anything fancy, just it's a kid's party, for God's sake. Just so I look a bit presentable, because some of these parents are just over the top fancy, even when they're picking their kids up from daycare. And I'm just not one of those parents, you know. I'll get fancy on the weekends, but not during the week, unless I wake up super early or I have some sort of appointment for real estate or something, you know. Because where I work, all we see is the elderly. Our office is like, it's in a weird location, so even if I wanted to like get all fancy schmancy, I wouldn't be able to. I shouldn't say I wouldn't be able to. It's like always, I feel like it's always a waste of an outfit, a waste of a look. Because nobody sees you. And like, I don't know, when you dress nice, you want to, you know, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and do this. I got Amelia up and washed up and dressed and all that good stuff. You know, there was actually something I wanted to talk about. And I tried to record it the other day on my way home, but it didn't really record. So I might be able to do this with you guys today. Now, so what I've been thinking about is our expectations of people. Anybody, whether it's, well, no, I think to me, I think these expectations could be for your everyday people, like, or your day one people, I should say, like your mom, your aunts, your, you know, you're like your first cousins, and even then, they will fail you. So I think what happens is a lot of us tend to be, well, okay, let's just get this out the way. I used to be this way, not any longer, but I run into a lot of people that are, and it becomes a huge issue for them in their life, because they're constantly disappointed, they're constantly let down, and it's not because of other people, it's because of their mind, it's because of what they expect of others. So it's one of those things I always say, expect the worst, but hope for the best. What happens when you expect for the worst and anything other than that happens, you appreciate it. You're surprised. You're like blown away. You're so much more grateful for it. But when, sorry, I'm just trying to get this brow done. But when you expect, like, some people have high standards and high expectations, and that's great. Like, I think that's awesome. You shouldn't settle for anything. But you also have to understand, everybody is not you. Everyone doesn't have your heart. Everyone doesn't know the same love you know. They may not have they may not have had parents growing up. They may have, you know, they may not have that like bond with their loved ones, and they may not even know what love really is, you know. And here you are meeting somebody, you like them, whether it's a friend, it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, even in marriages. I think people get married so blindly nowadays. And what happens is you come to these points in life where it's like, all right, well, I had expected you to show me more love. I had expected you to put me first. I had expected you to go out and, I don't know, take care of my car, let's say. But yeah, like, people end up disappointed so many times because their expectations are, it's like, I would do this for you, so why wouldn't you do it for me, you know? Like, and you have to understand, they may not know how to do that. They may not know how to love you the way you love. And you can't be upset at it because they still might be loving you with all they have. They just don't have as much as you. So I think that, I think people don't really understand that, and they end up walking away a lot of times. But yeah, so I think a lot of times you will lose out on a lot of good people because there's that, like, that language, that communication, that understanding is just not there. So I always say there are things, and Kurt says it too, I think he said in our last video, there's things that you bend on. And I think you have to be very, very aware of what you want, when you want it, how you want it, what's a relationship, promotion, whatever. Like, don't settle. If that's what you want, like, don't start, before you enter any relationship, whether it's a friendship, a partnership, whatever, relationship, you have to know that, all right, these are the things I'm going to tolerate and these are the things I'm not going to tolerate. And the second you start tolerating, you have created a pattern. You have accepted things, and don't expect to change after that because you never drew that line. So, yeah, I just think a lot of people just go through a lot of unnecessary problems because they just don't understand each other, not because it's a problem. Like, I think any problem that you ever come across, and I've always said it, and we've lived it that way, any problem you ever come across, trust and believe there is a solution for it. And if there's no solution, then there's no point of stressing about it. You let it go and you move on. So I think that's very important. And I think a lot of people just stress. They fall into depression. They, they want to have control, but you have to understand you don't have control. I mean, you have but only so much control. And there's certain things that if they can't be fixed, then let it go. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Just let it go. Because it's probably not meant to be. And then, one thing I believe is you should never, ever have the same problem twice. Ever. Because that means the other party is not listening. They're not cooperating. And that's just not how any relationships, partnerships, friendships should work. So, I think it all starts with knowing yourself inside and out. Loving yourself inside and out, not settling, And for some people, you know what? I mean, not for me, but for some people, settling is okay because they're so comfortable. Like, they want comfort. They don't care about love and their plans or their goals or the type of life they want to live. They literally just want to settle. They want to work a decent job. They want to work, they want to have structure. And I think their structure can only last so long. And then something happens and your structure falls apart. And then you have to rebuild that structure. And so it's a never-ending cycle. But there are people that will find one comfort zone and they will stay there for the rest of their lives because that's just what works for them and you can't knock them. Rebuilding is not for everybody, or building is not for anybody. There's also people that will look for somebody that will put their whole life together, and they're okay with that. I think it's very important to know yourself and to know what you want out of life and from people, because I think a lot of times it's not fair. People are just going with the flow, and somebody else might have different intentions. They might have time to go with the flow. They might be ready to settle down. They might be ready to, just start their life. the real purpose of their life. Honestly, thinking like until our 20s, we're sort of just searching, and even in our 20s, a lot of people, we're just searching, and we're just living, and we're trying to make ends meet, and then it gets to a point where it's like, all right, I'm not gonna do this for the rest of my life. So what's next? Like, what is it that I really want out of life? And I've reached that point in 2018. I've come to understanding that I'm the type of person, I'm always going to want to do more, be more. I don't think I'm ever going to get to a point where I'm content. Not grateful, but content. Like, I think I'm always going to want to learn more. I'm always grateful for what we have, where we are, how we got here. Even like through the struggles, I love, like, people think I'm a little crazy, but I love problems because you just know what's on the other side of that problem. There's a solution, and there's growth, and there's just so much. I'm just all over the place. This is not my normal brush for this, but we don't have time for all that. And you guys probably see that I didn't put no foundation on. I try not to put it on because I'm doing like a facial treatment. Oh my god, I messed my lipstick up. Yeah, I went to dermatologist, and from time to time I'll get like weird acne. Usually like on my cheeks and on my chin. And yeah, so I went to the dermatologist and he gave me this cream. So I've been staying away from foundation. Guys, this party that we're going to, Alva's friend, they have a love-hate relationship. It is the funniest thing ever. I remember when she first started daycare, you know, I was like a first-time mom. Alva was my first kid in daycare, obviously. And I don't play that. Other kids bullying my kid or hitting my kid, like, I'm never gonna excuse it. I'm never gonna make an, you know, like, oh, it's okay. Like, no. I remember I came into daycare, and prior to that, twice, when I picked Alva up, her face was scratched up. And you could tell that, like, a kid scratched. It was like little fingers, like little scratches. So I remember I went in, the first time I picked her up, I didn't really notice it. So I got to the car, and I was like, what the hell is wrong with your face? So, and she was only like 2 and 3 or 4 months. So she wasn't really able to explain it to me. So I first I was like, no, I'm not going to go in there. I'm not going to, like, you know, be that crazy mom, because then I don't want them to take it out on my kid. Then I was like, the hell with that. I'm paying a lot of money for them to watch my kid. And when I picked her up, nobody told me anything. Like, granted, they were outside. I'm sure they weren't thinking about it, but, like, that's a big deal. You, like, you know, I get it. You're not going to call me for a scratch. But when I'm picking her up, you can at least say, like, hey, this is what happened. Whatever, like, whatever. Just let me know. So I went back in and I said, hey, like, you know, I didn't bring her to daycare like this. So what happened? And they didn't even know. They were like, well, it must have happened. It did look like it was just like fresh scratches. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, please, like, just keep an eye on it. Let me know if anything. They were like, okay, no problem. I love the daycare. Very nice. So then, where are my brushes? So then, like, some time went by. She had a scratch again. It wasn't as bad, but it was still a scratch. Again, I went back in. I asked. They told me what happened. No, I'm sorry. I didn't go back in. They told me themselves when I came to pick her up. They said, like, some boy had scratched her. I was like, okay, well, you should tell his parents to cut his nails. So then, after that, I came to daycare one day. They were outside, and, like, the kids were in this corner, and the teachers were in that corner. Like, so usually the teachers will make rounds around, like, they have a little yard for, like, different age groups. They have different yards. So they'll just do rounds, and then the kids will play. It's like a small playground, like the height-wise. It's not, height-wise, it's not, like, it's not dangerous, I should say. So it's okay for them to stand so far apart. Anyway, so I come in, and as I open a door, I see Ava sitting down. I see, like, girls around her, and this girl is hitting her, like, punching her. Now, she's only 2.5. She just started daycare. I flipped. I yelled at that girl like she was my own child. And the girl was petrified. And I didn't really care. And the teachers were like, oh my God, what happened? I told Ava, I was like, Ava, you better hit her back next time. Simple as that. And I told the teacher, she has permission from me. I don't know what your policies are, but if you can't watch and make sure my kid's not getting hit, then I'm allowing her to hit them back. That is my permission. They're like, oh my God, I'm sorry, and blah, blah, whatever. Long story short, like, we had another conversation. And it was funny because Kurt said, he was like, oh my God, watch them grow up and be, like, best friends. And it's so funny because out of all the kids at the daycare, that's who Ava talks about every day. Like, and they act up together, I gotta be honest, but it's like one of those things, like, you know, you get with your best friend and you just get super ratchet and super crazy. Like, that's what I feel it's like. So a lot of times I have to tell Ava, like, my biggest concern is don't be a follower. Do not be a follower. Do not listen to anybody. If you want to do something, do it because you want to do it, not because somebody told you to do it. And I feel like when she gets around her, she, like, the other girl's so much crazier. Like, she overpowers Ava. And I don't like that. I mean, it might be good for the other girl, but it's not good for me. So, yeah, I'm very, like, lately I've been, like, on her, like, you gotta have a mind of your own, like, without trying to, like, scare her or anything, you know? I don't want her to not have friends, but, and then yesterday she came, she's like, Mom, I didn't talk to her because I didn't want to listen to what she was saying. I was like, okay, it's not what I meant, but, okay, well, that's a start, and then we'll work our way in. Okay, guys, I think this is way more than enough for a kid's party. I just got a little carried away. Gotta do my nails.
I'm like halfway cleaning the bathroom. My bedroom. I need,
I love deep purples. I like burgundies. I used to think it was like OD. And I'm like, no, it's my color. Okay. If you guys saw my makeup station right now, you'd probably be afraid because it's so messy. But I'm just gonna sit. Did I do my mascara yesterday? I'm not doing my hair. This is my shower hair, shower head, bed head, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if I should wear it like, no. Like this, I think I had it. Yep. I'm going like this. Yep. I'm going like this. There we go into the party. So I'll try to vlog there. But I'm not sure if I should do this 2 videos because this is a lot. I think I'm Come here. And this is Chloe. In case you guys haven't met her, this is Chloe. Kisses. Alright guys, I vlog when I get her. Bye-bye.